So, hello children. Today we are going to discuss expression for fringe width in interference, right? So, we have already discussed that whenever there is a constructive or destructive interference, there will be bright and dark pattern on the screen, right? Now, we need to find that what is the fringe width. We are getting a dark and a bright band. Right, say this is bright, this is dark, bright, dark, bright, dark, and bright, dark. Right, now we need to find that what is the width of all bright fringes and what is the width of all dark fringes. Right, for this we have taken a simpler diagram. There is a source which has not been drawn here, which is sending the monochromatic. These are the two coherent sources of light, which is sending, the source is sending the monochromatic light. So these are two coherent sources. A wave moves up to point P, say S1P, and a wave moves from S2 to P, say S2P, right? There is a bright pattern at the center, bright, then dark, bright, and dark on both the sides. So all the fringes reaching the center will form a bright pattern, and alternate there will be the dark and bright fringes. So we have taken two such waves coming out of S1 and S2 sources. Let us assume their central point is O. The width between the two slits is D. The screen distance is capital D. This is very important. In numericals also you have to remember that the distance between the slits is small d and the distance of the screen and the coherent sources is capital D. So if we have taken this as capital D, this as small d, and this is the central point. One such point P at which both the rays are reaching is, the distance from the center is x. So if we take PA, this is the central point, so obviously this AO is d by 2 and this OB is also d by 2. So the value of this is x. So if we take PA, this will be x minus d by 2. So if we apply Pythagoras theorem in S1PA, so can we write S1P square is equals to base square plus perpendicular. Perpendicular is x minus d by 2. We'll remove this part. This part only we have taken. So this will be x minus d by 2 square. Similarly, if we take triangle S2PB, so hypotenuse square will be equal to base square plus x में ये वाला part add होगा. So this is again d by 2. So the total will be x plus d by 2 square. This we will be using directly in the derivation. Right? So if we find out the path difference, the path difference will be S2P minus S1P. Let us say this is delta P. Say there are two rays. One is S1P and the second one is S2P. Now if this is S1P and this is S2P, and this is how they are reaching a particular point. Right. So this is how they are reaching a particular point. How to find the path difference? We need to find the difference between the two. So this part would be the difference. This is what the second ray has traveled extra, which tells us the path difference, right? So S1P and S2P. So S2P has traveled more distance. So how to find the path difference? This S2P, if taken here, then the extra part here will be the path difference. So let us assume that S2P minus S1P is the path difference, right? In order to find the path difference, S2P minus S1P, right? We will find S2P square minus S1P square. We know the value of S2P and S1P, so we may write this as d square plus x plus d by 2 ka square minus S1P is already there, d square plus x minus d whole square. Right? So applying simple rule of algebra, d square plus, opening this, x square plus d square by 4 plus 2 into x into d by 2, right, minus d square plus again x square plus d square by 4 minus 2 into x into d by 2. Putting the bracket, cancelling the 2. So d square plus x square plus d square by 4 plus xd minus sign outside, d square minus x square by 4. Sorry, this is x square only. Yes, x square minus d square by 4 minus minus plus xd. Cancelling, cancelling, cancelling and cancelling. D square also get. So xd plus xd. What remains? 2xd. Right? Now this is a square minus b square. We have studied the formula. It could be written as s2p plus s1p into s2p minus s1p. This is what we have to find. S2p minus s1p. Now here we take an approximation, but you have to remember that that approximation has to be taken only in addition, because they are making small angles. So we assume that s1p and s2p are approximately same. That is, we have to assume S1p is approximately equal to S2p, which is approximately equal to the screen distance d. But this we will not take in negative, right? We will not take this as equal, because this is a path difference. We need to find it. We will take this approximation only in the addition part. So this is what we have to find. This is delta p is equals to 2xd upon, this goes here, d plus d. So that comes out to be 2xd upon 2d, or we can say xd upon d. So what is the path difference? It is xd upon d. But we need to find the path difference for bright wave as well as dark wave. Sorry, for bright fringe as well as dark fringe. That we will find out by putting this path difference in the formula of path difference that we have derived for the constructive and destructive interference. So we will proceed for that, and we have to take the conditions what we have derived earlier, right? This is very important approximation that you have to remember. So let us find position of bright fringe and position of dark fringe, right? So we have discussed that for bright fringe the path difference should be integral multiple n lambda, right? And for the dark fringe the path difference should be equal to odd integral multiple of half of wavelength. So we may write path differences. Just now we have derived xd upon d should be equal to n lambda. So x can be written as n lambda d by d, right? Putting n as 1, sorry, putting n as 0, because bright fringe we get here also. This is how we get bright, dark, bright on both the sides. So putting n as, because in constructive interference we start the value of n from 0. Putting n as 0, x naught will be putting 0, 0. Putting n as 1, x1 will be putting as 1, lambda d by d. Similarly n as 2, x2 will be 2 lambda d by d. Similarly xn would be n lambda d by d. This is the final expression. This is the position of the bright fringe, right? First bright fringe at 0 at the center, second bright fringe 2 lambda by d, then 3 lambda by d, then 4 lambda d by d, and so on. Now similarly for dark, we know that path difference is equals to same expression, xd by d is equals to 2n minus 1 lambda by 2, right? So the value of x will be 2n minus 1 lambda d upon 2d. Proceeding in the same manner, but value of n should start from 1. That you have to remember. Put n as 1. So x1 will be, put n as 1 lambda d by 2d. Put n as 2, x2 will be 2 2s are 4 minus 1, 3 lambda d by 2d. Similarly, putting n as n, xn will be 2n minus 1 lambda d upon 2d. This is the position of the dark fringe. But still our aim is not done. We have to find the fringe width. Now in order to find the fringe width, suppose we are finding the fringe width of, let us make them closer. So this is dark, 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 dark. So let us start from here. 1, I am writing the dark ones, 1, 2, 3, 4. The bright ones, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Suppose I need to find the fringe width of dark. Say I want to find the fringe width of second dark fringe. So I have to find the difference of third bright fringe minus second bright fringe. डार्क के बीच में ब्राइट फ्रिंज का विड्थ मुझे मिलेगा. ब्राइट के बीच में विल गेट फ्रिंज विड्थ ऑफ डार्क फ्रिंज. सो फोर्थ ब्राइट माइनस थर्ड ब्राइट विल गिव मी द फ्रिंज विड्थ ऑफ डार्क. Fifth, second bright minus first bright will give me the fringe width of dark. So in order to find the fringe width of dark fringe, I need to reduce two brights, and in order to find the fringe width of bright fringe, I need to reduce the distance between two darks. So this is the position of a dark fringe, this is the position of a bright fringe. Let us say this is xn and let us say this is xn dash. Dash we are representing for a dark one, right? So now we need to find the width of the bright fringe. Bright. And this is for dark. Can we say x? Let us denote this fringe width by beta. So let us say beta is equals to xn minus xn minus 1, x4 minus x3, x5 minus x6 and so on. For what? We need to find this for beta, we are finding for bright. So this should be for dark or bright. The formula should be for dark. दो dark के बीच में एक bright आएगा, right? So putting xn and xn minus 1. Let us say xn dash and xn dash minus 1. So beta will be, we know the value of xn. Just now we have derived 2n minus 1 lambda d upon 2d minus n की जगह n minus 1 will be replaced. 2 n minus 1 minus 1 lambda d, capital D upon 2d. On solving, if you solve you will get it 2n lambda d upon 2d minus lambda d upon 2d minus 2n minus 2 minus 1. This becomes 2n minus 3. So 2n lambda d by 2d minus 3n 3 lambda d by 2d. This is what we will get, right? Cancelling this 2n minus 1 minus 2n, this one. Right? Just check. Am I going right? So solving, this comes out to be 2n minus 1 minus 1. Yes. This comes out to be plus. Yes, please check. So beta comes out to be lambda d by 2d plus 3 lambda d by 2d. Reducing, we will get 2 lambda d by 2d. Cancelling this 2, this comes out to be lambda d by d. Beta for bright is lambda d by d. Please check the calculation part. Now similarly for dark. Dark means the distance between the two brights. Beta dash will be xn minus xn minus 1. So beta dash would be, we know this, just now we have studied, it is lambda d by d. N lambda d by d minus n की जगह n minus 1 lambda d by d. Solving n lambda d by d minus n lambda d by d plus lambda d by d. Cancelling, beta comes out to be lambda d by d. This is very, very important expression. Can you find out what is the difference between the dark fringe width and the bright fringe width? Beta dash. This is lambda d by d. This is also lambda d by d. What does it mean? It means that all the dark fringes have same width. All the bright fringes have same width. And the width of bright fringe and dark fringe is also same. That is, we may conclude here beta is equals to beta dash. दोनों का fringe width will be lambda d by d. It depends on the wavelength of light used, it depends on the distance of the screen, and it depends on the distance between the two slits S1 and S2. There will be lot of reasoning based question on this. What will happen if lambda is increased? What will happen when screen distance increase, decrease or whatever? D कम कर दिया तो बीटा कितना होगा? Beta and all these relation you will get a lot of reasoning. So here we finish the fringe width in interference. Thank you so much.